1. Wrexham's impressive win over Melbourne. Phil Parkinson's insights. 2. Wrexham AFC dominates Melbourne Victory 3-0 preseason tour highlights Australia 2025. 3. Wrexham's Melbourne Victory. Celebrity soccer and the rise of a Welsh icon. 4. Wrexham's Aussie adventure. The no Sherrin rule explained. 1. Wrexham's impressive win over Melbourne. Phil Parkinson's insights. *** warning signs in the land down under. Wrexham's Parkinson sounds the alarm on A-League athleticism ***. Wrexham's 2025-26 pre-season campaign is off to a flying start, with a convincing 3-0 victory over Melbourne Victory in their Australian tour opener. The Red Dragons' dominant display was capped off by a debut goal from striker Ryan Hardie, who left a lasting impression on manager Phil Parkinson. https://www.thurexachermeansidecom news Phil Parkinson's verdict on Ryan Hardie after Wrexham debut goal. There's something typical about him. As the squad touches down in Sydney for their next challenge, Parkinson is eagerly anticipating the return of Sam Smith. https://www.thewrexhaminsider.com/tag/Sam-Smith and J. Rodriguez. https://www.thewrexhaminsider.com/tag/J. Rodriguez, who missed the Melbourne clash. But here's where it gets intriguing. Despite their resounding win, Parkinson is cautioning his players about the formidable athleticism of A-League sides. ***, the A-League conundrum. Athleticism abounds ***. In a pre-match press conference ahead of the Sydney FC showdown, Parkinson highlighted the unique challenge posed by Australian teams. "I think all the teams are very athletic. We saw that on Friday night against Melbourne Victory. Their players are making the transition into European leagues, which is a testament to the league's growth." Parkinson elaborated, "Although their season is still a way off, they've had a similar pre-season schedule to us. What stands out, particularly with Australian teams, is the athleticism of their players. It's not just about technical prowess, they possess pace and running power in abundance." This athleticism was on full display during the Melbourne Victory match, leaving Parkinson impressed. But this also raises a crucial question for Wrexham. Can they keep up with the A-League's high-energy teams? ***, a weak link in the armour. One area of concern for Parkinson is the left side of Wrexham's defence, which struggled against Melbourne's pacey attacks. Thomas O'Connor, https://www.thewrexhaminsider.com/tag/Thomas-O. Connor, found himself caught out on several occasions, prompting worries about the team's preparedness for the upcoming championship campaign. https://www.thewrexhaminsider.com/tag/championship. To bolster this vulnerable flank, Parkinson is keen on strengthening his squad. Liberato Kakis, https://www.thewrexhaminsider.com/transfer-news/sign-historic-3-5m-Surya-but-there's-a-catch. A New Zealand international renowned for his running power has emerged as a potential target. Could Kakis be their athletic solution to Parkinson's defensive conundrums? Food for thought ***. Can Wrexham's squad adapt to the high-intensity gameplay of A-League teams? Is Liberato Kakis the missing piece in Parkinson's defensive puzzle? Share your thoughts. How do you think Wrexham will fare in their upcoming championship campaign? Related stories Paul Mullen names multiple reasons he wanted to sign for Wigan Athletic from Wrexham, hopefully. https://www.thewrexhaminsider.com/news/Paul-Mullen-names-multiple-reasons-he wanted to sign for-Wigan-Athletic-from-Wrexham-hopefully. Follow the conversation ***. Speaking head in silhouette, I think that all the teams are very athletic. We saw that on Friday night against Melbourne Victory. 2. Wrexham AFC dominates Melbourne Victory 3-0 preseason tour highlights Australia 2025. What a way to kick off a tour! Wrexham didn't just arrive in Australia, they announced their presence with authority, demolishing Melbourne Victory 3-0 in their first preseason match down under. This wasn't just any win, it came against last season's A-League Grand Final runners-up at Marvel Stadium, making it a serious statement of intent from Phil Parkinson's squad. But here's where it gets interesting. Could this dominant performance actually translate to their upcoming championship campaign? That's the million-dollar question. The match started evenly, with both teams testing the goalkeepers early. Wrexham's Arthur Okonkwo made two crucial saves on low strikes from Clare's Mario Santos and Zinedine Mashash. At the other end, Melbourne's Jack Duncan showed his reflexes by tipping Dinscar's header over the bar and watching Sebravan's volley whistle into the side netting. As the first half progressed, Wrexham grew into the game, and Duncan needed every inch of his reach to palm away Max Cluther's acrobatic attempt. Just before half-time, the breakthrough came. Tom O'Connor capitalised on a punched clearance by Duncan, drilling the ball into the net to give Wrexham the lead. The second half saw wholesale changes, including debuts for summer signings Ryan Hardie, from Plymouth Argyle, and Danny Ward, from Leicester City. Melbourne almost levelled immediately after the restart when Louis Diarigo's thunderous strike rattled the crossbar, a true heart-in-mouth moment. Wrexham then came agonisingly close to doubling their lead when Harry Ashfield nodded James McLean's cross against the woodwork on the hour mark. But the Welsh club wasn't done. In the 67th minute, Ryan Barnett whipped in a driven cross that new striker Ryan Hardie turned home for his first goal in Wrexham colours. Then, late in the game, George Evans put the exclamation point on the victory with a 25-yard strike that squirmed under substitute keeper Daniel Grzyskowski. And this is the part most people miss. That third goal wasn't just a cherry on top. It showcased the squad depth Parkinson is building. Now, the real challenge begins. Wrexham continues their tour against Sydney FC at Allianz Stadium on July 15th, 10:30 British Summer Time, followed by Wellington Phoenix at Sky Stadium on July 19th, 6:30 British Summer Time. Their championship campaign kicks off at Southampton on August 9th, 12:30 British Summer Time, with the first home game against West Bromwich Albion on August 16th, 12:30 British Summer Time. Here's the controversial angle. Some fans argue pre-season results mean nothing, while others see this thrashing of a top Australian side as proof Wrexham can compete in the championship. What's your take? Are we witnessing the rise of a dark horse, or is this just pre-season hype? Share your thoughts below. 3. Wrexham's Melbourne Victory, celebrity soccer and the rise of a Welsh icon. Wrexham's meteoric rise from obscurity to a global sporting phenomenon is a story that defies expectations, but the full narrative isn't just about the pitch at Marvel Stadium. It's a testament to the power of celebrity influence and the resilience of communities. When Donald Trump headlines the news cycle, and Australia's media obsesses over Gippsland's fungi, it's hard to ignore the quiet revolution unfolding in Wales. In a world where football is often seen as a relic of the past, Wrexham AFC has become a symbol of what happens when a once-forgotten club taps into Hollywood's magic. The story begins with a simple transaction. Ryan Reynolds and Rob Mack, formerly known as Rob McElhenney, paid £2 million for the club in November 2020, a sum that, even now, feels like a gamble. But within 4 years, Wrexham has transformed from a struggling outfit to one of the most talked-about teams in the world. Their journey mirrors the rise of brands like Disney Plus and the viral phenomenon of Welcome to Wrexham, a documentary that captures the grit and hope of a town defined by struggle. At Marvel Stadium, the 53,000-seat venue hailed as the world's sporting capital, the crowd was stunned by the spectacle. Wrexham's victory over Melbourne Victory, 3-0, was more than a game. It was a moment of triumph for a team that had clawed its way back into the spotlight. The match wasn't just a clash of stars. It was a celebration of perseverance, fueled by a blend of talent, strategy, and the unspoken belief that a little money can buy a lot of momentum. The real drama, however, lies in the behind-the-scenes. With a budget that dwarfs most leagues, Wrexham's success hinges on a delicate balance of revenue streams. Sponsorships, streaming deals, and the sheer volume of fans who flock to games have turned them into a cultural force. Yet, the cost of this success is steep. The club's wage bill soared to £11 million last season, with salaries surpassing those of many top-tier teams. And yet, the team's roster is ever-changing, as players like Ollie Palmer and Paul Mullen move on to new adventures, leaving behind a legacy of ambition and heartbreak. What makes Wrexham's story so compelling is its contrast with the broader landscape of football. Teams like Liverpool, Tottenham, and Real Madrid routinely tour Australia, drawing massive crowds, but Wrexham's pre-season tour is a rare exception. Without the hype, their match might have been a footnote in a much larger story. Yet, the crowd at Marvel Stadium was captivated, proving that even the smallest victories can ignite a fire in the hearts of fans. The series Welcome to Wrexham has done more than document a club's rise. It has redefined what it means to be a community. As the documentary reveals, the true magic lies in the people, not the stars. Mark Glorbitz and Kylie Welbin, who watched the game from the stands, echoed this sentiment. It's not about the celebrities, it's about the town. This narrative isn't just about a football club. It's about the intersection of entertainment and sport, where dreams are built on cash, but reality always finds a way to remind us that even the most improbable stories can fade. The parallels with Watford's 1976 ascent, when Elton John took over and vowed to elevate the team to the Premier League, highlight the timeless nature of this struggle. As the English Premier League continues to dominate the headlines, Wrexham's journey serves as a reminder that success is fleeting. But for fans who've watched the team's rise, the memories are etched in stone. Whether it's the thrill of a 3-0 win or the quiet pride of a community united by shared dreams, Wrexham's story is a testament to the power of belief, the courage to reinvent oneself, and the enduring human spirit. 4. Wrexham's Aussie adventure. The No Sherrin rule explained. Wrexham's journey through Australia and New Zealand. Understanding the No Sherrin rule. ESPN. *** Joey Lynch ***. Joey Lynch is a sports journalist based in Melbourne and a passionate advocate for AYA cancer awareness. With over a decade of experience, he has extensively covered football, including the Socceroos, Matildas, and A-Leagues for ESPN. *** July 12, 2025, 08:00 AM ET***. Wrexham is embarking on their inaugural tour of Australia and New Zealand. As they prepare for the championship season in 2025-26, the Welsh team will first engage in matches against 3 A-League clubs across 3 different cities during their pre-season tour. ESPN will accompany them throughout this journey as Phil Parkinson, Ryan Reynolds, Rob McElhenney, and the rest of the team strategize their ascent to the Premier League. *** Wrexham, the No Sherrin rule, and the politics of Australian sports ***. Melbourne, Australia. Following a week in Melbourne, Wrexham took a brief flight north to Sydney on Saturday, arriving in New South Wales in anticipation of their upcoming match against Sydney FC on Wednesday. After a successful 3-0 victory over Melbourne Victory in front of nearly 40,000 fans at Marvel Stadium, things couldn't have gone much better for Phil Parkinson's squad. However, they did encounter a local custom, more of a light-hearted guideline than a strict rule, known as the No Sherrin rule. For those unfamiliar, a Sherrin is the distinctive oval-shaped ball used in Australian rules football, named after the company that has been crafting these balls from kangaroo leather since 1880. The No Sherrin rule refers to the tendency of local AFL teams to quickly thrust a Sherrin into the hands of high-profile touring teams upon their arrival. Wrexham found themselves no less susceptible to this phenomenon than renowned clubs like Real Madrid or Manchester United before them, as they visited Hawthorn's training session on Tuesday and witnessed Brisbane's victory over Carlton at Marvel Stadium on Thursday evening. The reason these crossovers happen so frequently, to the point of earning a nickname, is quite clear. Local promoters organising these tours aim to enhance visibility and boost ticket sales, and partnering with the dominant local sport guarantees a reliable spotlight. This strategy also benefits the visiting clubs, which seek to expand their brand, while local AFL teams gain access to the global recognition that these international sides bring, a privilege that the more localised nature of Australian rules typically denies them. However, Australian soccer has a complicated and often troubling history with the dominant local code, which has frequently leveraged its position to suppress or marginalise the global game. The relationship between Australian rules and the foreign soccer reflects a long and intricate history of identity, migration, assimilation, racism, and multiculturalism in Australia. Thus, the sight of touring teams appearing friendly with their rival code, enhancing its reputation with their global status, carries a complex legacy. Indeed, the extensive history of football's role in Australia could fill volumes, and it has. Despite the rich intellectual and historical context surrounding it, the no Sherrin rule is also a source of amusement, a kind of meme that touring players and coaches are often unaware of when they participate in these media events. For them, these visits present an opportunity to explore a new sport and gain insights into a different culture. Wrexham is not neglecting the Australian game either. The Wrexham Foundation is conducting a series of clinics with former players Ben Foster and Ben Tozer, engaging with local clubs and communities. Unfortunately for dedicated football fans, Australian rules football is an exciting spectacle, particularly for those who are new to the game. During the Arsenal women's tour last year, then-coach Jonar Zeidvoll was captivated by the sport's blend of athleticism, intensity, strategy, and spatial awareness. Wrexham's George Evans was among the squad members who attended Brisbane's impressive 103-66 win over Carlton at Marvel Stadium on Thursday, and he was thoroughly impressed by the event, enjoying it more than many local fans have in recent months. *** sights and sounds ***. Wrexham AFC, at Wrexham_AFC, July 11, 2025. The official attendance of 37,020 at Wrexham's match against Melbourne Victory exceeded the largest crowd of the 2024-25 A-League men's season by over 4,000, which was 32,741 at the Sydney Derby, igniting discussions among local football enthusiasts. *** quote of the day ***. I watched the game here for the first time, and I absolutely loved it. It was a game we didn't know much about beforehand, but coming to Marvel Stadium to watch it was fascinating. I'm now a big fan and will definitely watch more. Wrexham goalscorer George Evans reflecting on his first experience with AFL. ***, what's next for Wrexham? ***. After arriving in the Harbour City, the Red Dragons will intensify their preparations for the match against Sydney FC at Homebush, located near the iconic stadium that was the centrepiece of the 2000 Olympic Games and recently hosted Spain's victory at the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup. In keeping with the tradition of visiting Australia, they will also take a trip to the Sydney Opera House.